Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel we'd like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addicted makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multichromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter, and today we're going to be talking through my reinterpretation of some of the new Unearthly palettes. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me, we're getting into it right now. So I was scrolling Instagram and came across a couple of Unearthly palettes that I thought were really pretty. Let me see if I can quickly zip back over to get you the names. Okay, so the first one that I was like super intrigued by was this Fall Magic palette, and as you can see, it's a pre-order and it's $72. Ouch. So I didn't want to necessarily spend that much money, nor do I want to wait around for a palette. The second palette that I got super intrigued by was Sorcerer's Smoke, which again, over $60 and a pre-order. Not in love with that. And then the Dreamer Holiday palette was the third, which looks like this. And again, pre-order. So I'm sitting here looking at their website and I'm like, I could spend 200-ish dollars and still pay for shipping, by the way, on pre-order palettes that I have to sit around and wait for, or I could try to like BYOP my own palettes, and I decided to go that route instead. So let's talk through the three palettes that I sort of recreated. The first one that I'll show you is this, which is what I have on my eyes today, and I'll see if I can sort of let that play somewhere there-ish maybe while I'm talking through this one. But this one I was really intrigued by the cool toned kind of salmony pinks and then blues, and the palette itself also had some brown neutrals in it, which I didn't really care too much for, so I went ahead and added some like black gray kind of shades because I thought that would be pretty complementary to what was already kind of being built up in this palette. So let me see if we can get a couple of like quick swatches here. So first I have Bahama Mama from Looksy Beauty, which is like an orange base that shifts like an orange to blue fuchsia kind of a shade. Then I have Sleigh Ride from Copacetic. And I have this kind of like salmony coral shade. This is from the Matte About You palette from ColourPop. I just popped it out with my magnetic tool. So there you can kind of see that like shifty quality. There we go. And then we have Incantation from Pretties for Your Face. Terror from Pretties for Your Face. And again, this is another shade out of that ColourPop Matte About You palette. Let me see if I can build up this one real quick. And there you can kind of see those shades. All right, let's get into the rest of the palette here. So this one is Midnight Blue from Coastal Scents, R.I.P. And then we have Asteroid from Pretties for Your Face. And Cathedral from Copacetic. So there you can kind of see those. All right. And then this gray is unmarked. It may be an ABH single that I picked up ages and ages ago. Then we have Descent from Copacetic, which is like a semi-sheer black. And then I think this is Outerspace from Pretties for Your Face. Wow. Dreadful swatches. Dreadful swatches this morning. But that's what this palette looks like, and obviously you can see on the lids or on the eyes it creates a pretty gorgeous kind of blue pinky look. All right, let's swatch out the other two and see how close I got. So next up, let's do this palette, which is my recreation of that Sorcerer's Smoke palette. And I leaned definitely into sort of the swampy green and yellow shades. And then I tried to stick to some kind of more warm, brighter type orange tones here. And then over here, I pulled in what I thought would be really pretty like base shades to sort of be a flash opposition to everything else that's in here. And we've got two Cleona shades in here, so that's going to be a good time. So we have Grisaille from Cleona. And then we have, is it Conundrum from Shine by SD? Yeah, buddy. And then Bundle Up from Copacetic. Oh, I'm sorry. This middle shade here is Cranium from Shine by SD. All right, then next up we have Palladium from Terra Moon. Apple Cider Sangria from Copacetic. And Oh Snap from Copacetic. So this is sort of rounding out the neutral side. Ooh, those are so pretty. So then I have Coral Reef from Copacetic, Court Jester from Cleona, and Trooper from ColourPop. It's an oldie but a goodie. And then we have Mistletoe Meetup from Looksy, Green Tea from Copacetic, and Truffle, actually from ABH. And the only like serious deviation I did from the color story in this particular palette was Cranium here. And that's because they wanted a really, really deep, like cool toned brown plum kind of shade, and I just don't have enough of those in my singles collection, so I decided to go a little bit different direction with that one. But otherwise, this is the rest of the color story, and I do think that it's really pretty. I like these kind of like cooler-ish toned or mid-tone metallic and neutral shades, and then I really like the combination of these more olivey swampy shades down here. So that is my version of that second palette. And then this shade here, I don't even think you can pick it up on camera really, but it's like a metallic orange iridescent. That one is so poppy with everything else. I love it. I'm pretty sure for the rest of the day I'm going to be covered in glitter, but who cares? The last one, this is the that fall palette. This is my version of the fall palette, and this one I think is really exciting too. Very interesting shades. All right, so we've got Midnight from Sydney Grace, which is just a black matte. Glacier from Pretties for Your Face, which is one of their multi-chromes. And then this is Primordial, which is from Shroud. All right, so then we have Trinbago from Pretties for Your Face, Quicksave from Lethal, and So You Think You're Really Pretty from Copacetic. And that's one of their like flaky shadows, so it's not going to swatch super well because it's a drier formula, but they look really pretty on the lid, especially with glitter glue. Then we've got Czecholada and Feeling Crummy, both from Copacetic Cosmetics, and Replica from Lethal. Then we've got Kelp Salad from Copacetic. We've got this green matte from that Matte About Hue palette from ColourPop, and Cauldron from Pretties for Your Face. And so that's this fall palette. Alright, and I think that's everything for this video. Let me know what you guys think of these particular BYOP palettes instead of the actual like pre-order really expensive Unearthly palettes. Let me know if you've tried the new Unearthly formula, because I have not tried that formula yet. I just wasn't in love with the old formula. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!